Hey, where y'all going? Oh, I'm straight on that. I'm going to the Purple Shell.
Yeah, y'all know what's going on, man. This is the livest platform in Atlanta. I'm your livest host in Atlanta. If you ain't know by the way, they call me Big Two. You can find me on Instagram at BIG_2 RNMG, man. When you see this, like, follow, subscribe, do all that. Y'all know what's going on, man. We on the famous couch today. And I got a new guest with me. So, you know what I'm saying? We about to pop shit, let them know what's going on. And, you know what I mean? Tap in, let them know who you is, my dog.
What it do, man? It's Litty on all social media platforms. I go by @GoatLitty. I'm in the building rocking with Purple Share Room. Let's go.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? You originally from, New York, Brooklyn to be exact.
Most
You know
definitely.
what I mean? And, you put on for the east side of Atlanta, right?
Yeah, most definitely. I was born in Brooklyn, New York. Went to elementary, middle school, and high school on the east side.
Okay. What high school you actually go to on the east side?
Miller Grove High.
Miller Grove. Shout out to Miller Grove. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with Miller Grove, but I'm Stone Mountain, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm Stone Mountain. You know what I mean? But Miller Grove, y'all had the females back in the day. I ain't gonna lie, y'all had them on lock at Miller Grove.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
you know what I mean? Coming from New York and transitioning to the South, because I come from the Midwest as well.
Okay.
And the transition to the South, how was that for you? Was it a straight like welcome, or it was, you had to build that repertoire?
Well, I say it would be different if you move like middle age, but by like I said, doing elementary, middle school, and high school here, it was really like I grew up here. That's just where my birth certificate is at.
Okay.
So it's like I don't need the GPS in Georgia.
Okay,
I need the
you
GPS
know
in
what's
New
going
York.
on. Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So that just
Okay.
that's the best way I can give you an example in the short term version.
Okay. Now, when did you start doing music?
First time I actually took music serious was during the time of incarceration. I used it as therapy. You know what I mean? To just get myself out of there and
Right.
just don't make music about stuff that's actually not about my current situation, but just, take me back to the good times. And that was that. And once I came home, my friend let me feature on one of his songs, and everybody was like, bro, you got it. You need to do it.
Trying to go.
So it just was up from
So
there.
now, with you being incarcerated, with being that time that you had to be separated from life, actually, because people don't understand when you behind that wall, everything outside that motherfucker is basically a void. You got to worry about what's actually going on inside that motherfucker, because motherfuckers is actually trying to survive and live. It ain't no daycare, nothing like that. So, what you doing that time and having that time to yourself, what was the most important thing to you that you really had to grasp? Because at that time you have a lot of time to yourself. You know what I mean? And you get to find self. What was the major thing for you that you really actually told yourself, okay, when I get out of here, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that.
All right, well, for me, the first time I went in, um, I was young, out just living wild by myself. So I kind of took it for granted. And that second time, with having a son to be responsible of on that second go round,
Okay.
that was the real wake up call between that second, because it was an 8 month time frame.
Okay.
It was like do 19 months, free 8 months, then go do 29 months.
Yeah.
So it was like, damn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that 29 stretch and having us trying to raise a son and be a father in the process of that, that was a wake up call. Like, all right, when you come home, bro,
it's
you
time.
gotta tighten up.
Yeah. That was shit. That would be a good enough reason for me. The kids matter the most, and when we do have kids, it's not about us no more.
No,
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? And we have to realize that. Now, with you coming out that situation, like you said, you went in, you got out, you went in. Was it a point in time where you was like, you know what? I just want to do the music.
Um, I feel like after I lost my uncle to police brutality, and they kind of like try to throw it under the rug,
Yeah.
it was like it really made me want to just be like, let me go hard. I got something to show now, because it's like I feel like my family didn't have a voice, and I feel like my talent could have gave us a voice. You know what I mean?
Right.
And in the process of it, I still love what I'm doing because they settled now.
Okay.
So it's like there's not even
Right,
it's
an
not
issue.
even nothing to talk about anymore. But at the same token, it still was like the first thing that gave me that push. You know what I mean?
Okay. Now, with the name Litty, how did this come about? What made you say, you know what, it's Litty, man? I'm rocking with that. What was that? Where did that come from?
It was just like it's a lifestyle. You know what I mean? That's why it's like even on my brand, on my shirt, it says that like Litty, it's a lifestyle.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's not necessarily just my name. It's a lifestyle. Like everything I like to do, I like to be lit.
Okay, hold on. So let's give him a vision. Let's give him a vision
Okay.
because you know what I'm saying. I like to be visual with the people. Now, this is my dog's merch, right? You know what I mean? He give you the Litty. You know what I mean? Check it out. Boom, boom. Then he hit you with the scan that. You know what I'm saying? I know you're gonna get all the exclusive shit on there when you scan that. But my man brought the T-shirt, so you know we gonna give y'all a visual what my man's coming with. It's a Litty situation.
Yeah,
man.
most definitely. So the L, that's my L. The L with the flame, that's my logo.
Okay.
So just like any brand, you know,
Right.
you're gonna have multiple logos.
Right.
So on the back, you have the main logo, which is Litty.
Hold on, we gotta show him that. We gotta show him the Litty.
That's the main logo,
That's the
and
main
then
logo.
the L with the flame is pretty much means Litty as well. With just the L with the flame, to let you know that means Litty.
Hold on, we gotta give him the extra. You know,
Oh,
when
yeah.
it come to these clothes, it's the little
most
things
definitely.
that count.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
So on the right sleeve, we went to since 1993 because I've been Litty since the day I was born.
Talk to him.
You know what I mean?
Talk-
So
talk to
that's
him.
the reason why we put is this since 1993.
Exactly. This is hard. This is hard, man. And you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it, bro.
I'm gonna rock this motherfucker, man. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna let him know what's going on because you know I live a Litty lifestyle. You know what I mean? I'm Litty
definitely.
myself. But yeah, you know when it
You want
comes
me to give
to
you a surprise? I mean to cut you off. I'm gonna give you a surprise.
what's happening?
I made that shirt myself before I came here, personally for you.
Damn, this nigga Prince. See, that's what I'm saying. I like that type of shit, man. That show you, man. You look, man. You don't need nobody else to step in because you gonna get it done.
Yeah.
I like that type of shit. I have my own clothing brand as well. So
Okay.
the way you come in, man, you a motivation to me, my dog. Like,
Yeah, appreciate
you know what
that,
I'm saying?
man.
Like, nigga said, hey, I printed this up, nigga, right here, right now, nigga. This is, hey, I respect it. Now, what you doing music and you touching on other avenues as an entrepreneur. You feel what I'm saying? Because it ain't just about the music.
Most definitely.
You
Never.
know what I mean? You all around the board. Now we're gonna give
sure.
them. We're gonna give them the whole playing field. You got the merch. You know what I'm saying? Give them what else you got. What else you got for the public? 'Cause
Okay, so I have a plan to start a Club Litty. I want it to be a franchise. So I wanted to get my first one here in Atlanta, and then I want to branch it off to other states.
So what,
And-
what would be the actual thing behind the club? Would it be a strip club?
Nah, I'm more
lounge?
one. Like if you're familiar with the Atlanta-based places, like you have places like right now that's going crazy, Utopia, or like
okay,
a high type
okay,
vibe, or like a Blue and Buckhead.
Okay.
It's like a vibe where all the who's who go to.
Okay.
It's very upscale. It's
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah.
I don't want my music too loud because
Right.
I actually want it to be where you can network.
Right. A
We're
nice
missing the
little vibe.
network.
Yeah.
Everybody,
Yeah.
the who's who all be in the room, but nobody won't talk to nobody.
Because you can't hear them.
You can't hear them.
The music
the
loud.
vibe is not even
Yeah.
set up to where you want to socialize. I want to set it up where it's a socializing type of vibe.
A social joint. That's dope as hell. And we don't have a lot of those in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? That would definitely change the game as far as the night scene, people where they can go actually network. You know what I'm saying? It's not an actual network event, but you can actually go there, the who's there, the big dogs of the city there, and everybody tapping in. You know what I'm saying? It's money moving around the room. I definitely show up, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is say, bro, it's open. We gonna
Appreciate
Purple
that,
Shell
man.
gonna pop up. You dig what I'm saying? So like you said, you have a son, right?
Most
How
definitely.
old is your son?
He 8. He was
8 years
9 in
old.
July.
Man, these kids growing up fast, man.
What? Tell me about it.
Give me some insight on some things that you try to take from your own life and implement it in your son to give him a better advantage.
Well, I look at it like this. In parenting, you gotta give it to him in doses. And at this age, there's certain things I gotta focus on with him.
Okay.
And right now, it's more like make sure he got the respect, making sure that he's manners and keeping on top of his hygiene and stuff like that, keeping his room clean, because that's need to be his focus. When he gets a little older, that's in his teenage, that's when you start teaching him about banking account and stuff like that, because he's 8, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm just trying to install the whole world, and I'll be lying. I'm not doing that. So that's my main focus with him right now. Just make sure, respect your mom, respect your father, respect your teacher, do your schoolwork. Like, I've actually reward my son with Roblox. Like all the kids love Roblox.
They
so,
love that shit.
Yeah.
So Roblox, y'all making a killing right now.
Boy, listen,
Them
if I can file taxes on Roblox,
Man.
oh my gosh.
Man, they going crazy
So,
right now.
that's what I do. I tell my son, okay, cool. As long as you're doing your schoolwork and we don't hear any reviews from teacher like you do any bad activity or bad conduct, then every Friday you get a $25 or $50 Roblox card.
That's dope.
And every time I make sure I'm keeping up with his report card, I even contact the teacher once a week via text message if I'm too busy, or
Yeah.
phone call. Hey, my son's doing good, and just
Yeah.
being hands on.
Yeah.
So that's just my main focus with my
And
son.
and the
right
reason why I asked you that because you coming up, you didn't have that advantage.
now, for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? And with your situation, I asked you that because I wanted to see your insight on how you know what I mean, look at your child. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't come from a fatherly, you know what I mean, household where a person could have guided you and gave you some game. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like as fathers, that's a key component that we miss. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas be like, I don't need no nigga, I don't need no dad, but actually you do. Because
Nah,
a
for
woman
sure.
can't teach you how to be a man. You know what I'm saying? She can guide you, but she can't teach you. You know what I'm saying?
for
It's a
sure.
difference in guiding a motherfucker and teaching a motherfucker. We don't have that man entity inside the household that can say, you know what, hold on, little nigga. This how you do this. This how you do that. Now your mom can say, baby, look, man, that's my mama, man. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to your dad, that insight, that direction is key.
No, for sure. Me and my dad talk about that all the time because it's like it's never like me and my dad didn't have a relation. It's just him being in a different country.
Right.
It's definitely gonna put a gap in the guidance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to really sum it up shortly.
Yeah.
So, but I tell him that all the time. But I feel like I still turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
And we bond and we connect more now. You know what I mean? Especially after losing my mom. It's like I really be like talking to him every day now. So I'm like, damn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
That's dope. That's dope. Now when it comes to the music scene, how has that been for you? What's the you know what I mean, the comments? What's the feedback on it?
well, so far we start off with Poppin'. Poppin' hit number 6 on top Spotify 100
Okay.
in Atlanta.
Okay.
So that was good. Then I came back with No Contemplate. That shit hit number 1. And it was like a feedback off of Poppin'. Because I didn't even do as much promoting for No Contemplate like I did for Poppin'. So it shocked me. And then after that, I had disputes with a producer with a lot of tracks. So that held back some releases that I had planned. And then after that, as soon as I was gearing up to drop my EP that's actually out now, Lit Before the Fame, that's when my mom passed.
Oh,
So
okay.
it was like, wow. So that was like 2 setbacks
it was
back to back.
back to back. So
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
when me and the producer had the situation, that was like 75% of my catalog was with him because like we was locked in. Like this is my only producer for real. So when the dispute with all the beats, it was like, dang. So it kind of messed up the whole catalog on what I had releasing in certain order.
Right.
Then gearing up in the process and behind the scenes, recording more music, getting the catalog back together.
Get it back.
Here comes the tragedy in the family.
Yeah.
But surpassed all that, still dropped the EP, and we here now. And on the EP, Spin was actually a song that stood out.
Now Spin was hard.
Now I appreciate that.
Spin was hard.
What I ended up doing was I did like 4 or 5 contents to a couple songs off the EP. I just dropped them on my Instagram, posted them on my page, and when I posted Spin, it took off.
Yeah, Spin.
So it was like
crazy.
That's when I knew which one to do. Like, because as an artist, you be lying, but I knew this was the one. You love all your music if you really love what you're doing.
Right. But
So,
did you
yeah.
have that confidence when you first did Spin and you first heard it? Was that the one you was like, you know what, I think this the one, or you was like, nah, it's all right. You didn't expect it to be what it
Nah,
was gonna
I
be?
knew it was. I ain't gonna lie, Spin, because I had some of my songs where it's like, all right, cool. I
Yeah.
know I wouldn't push this as a single. I put
Right.
this on the EP or album.
Right.
But I knew Spin stood out for a single. But also, me just being an artist and understanding the business as well, it's like it ain't always about what I like. You know what I'm saying? It's like what the fans like, what the people
Yeah,
like.
drop the jewels on them.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I could love every song on my hard drive. But if it ain't the people not gravitating to it, we got to move around. You know what I mean? I could listen to it in my car all day.
Man.
You know what I mean?
Exactly, because it's your music. You know what I'm
But
saying?
we got to move around.
You got to
people.
move around. Now, I want you to get, now, because you was dropping jewels on them. Now, it's a thing when you do music, but it's another side to it.
Most
And I
definitely.
need you to tell them how important it is to know the business side of the music. Because
most
anybody can put out music, but you have to know what comes behind this music. You can drop 1 million songs. If you ain't got that paperwork behind them, it means nothing. You know what I'm saying? You got to know the business. So when you go sit at these big offices and go sit at these tables, you know what you got in your hand. You feel what I'm saying?
Most
That way
definitely.
you don't have to take what they give you. You go in there and you demand what they give you. Well, look, y'all at the table 1.2, I need 2.2. And once you slide that catalog over in that paperwork and they see everything official, they see everything 100, guess what? They ain't got no choice but to come up off that paper. You feel what I'm saying? People going to pay for what they want. That's an automatic 100. And I say that because look at LaMelo Ball. People going to pay for what they want.
Most
you know what
definitely.
I mean? And I'm not going to take no credit from his career or nothing he's did, but I feel like there's some artists out there that's put in that type of work, that's actually built that fan base, you know what I'm saying? And for a person to just make a couple songs and get a major deal like that, that's like, damn. That would discourage me as an artist, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, I just dropped 10 videos, you know what I'm
but
saying?
my intake on that is, first of all, you can't watch nobody else and think like, all right, this ain't your turn or it ain't your time. Like, you just gotta wait, put in that work. Like, you know what I mean? It was a catchy song at a great time.
Yeah.
You know, the industry's missing that type of music right now. So it was cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it went off. I salute him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It actually motivated me. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, like it motivated me. Okay, cool. It can be done.
Yeah, it could be done.
It can be done, so don't never give up hope. That's that. And on the business side of things, to touch base back on that.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Get your well, I'll just give you a breakdown of what I did. First I started my entertainment company, Litty Entertainment LLC.
Okay.
Then I made a umbrella company, which was Litty Publishing
Okay.
LLC,
Okay.
to handle all my publishing sides. Make sure I register my music on BMI. Make sure I'm distributing it. Make sure all my songs are mixed and mastered prior to putting it out.
You
I'm
heard what he
big on
said.
that.
He registered his songs on BMI. He puts it in the right places, man. Y'all gotta pay attention, man. He is giving y'all the game right now. So if you watching this, man, listen. He's telling you how to do it right here, right now at the Purple Shell. Go home, my brother.
Yeah, man. So register my music through BMI. And it's other things that you need to register your music through, like Sound Exchange, and other things if you're getting music, trying to receive your royalties from different areas of where your music comes from.
Okay.
So that's that. And also tapping in with the DJs, making sure that I'm doing the Zoom calls with them, make sure I'm pulling up on with them.
DJs.
Yeah, make sure I'm pulling up on them in person.
Yeah.
And that's it. Also, make sure I had my merch, you know what I mean? Be able to brand myself and touch people personally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because everybody likes gifts. I don't care what it is. Everybody loves a gift. So
Right.
if you come in brazen gifts and it's also your brand, it's like 50-50. You're getting you're building a better relation while still promoting your brand.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's a good
It's
way
a
to
win-win.
approach it.
It's a
Yeah,
win-win.
and merch doesn't cost that much, you know what I mean? So and it's always promoting.
Okay.
So and I also want my clothing line to be like big. I want to be past merch.
Okay.
Like, I don't really look. I want a clothing line. Like
You want that clothing brand that says
yeah,
this
like
is what it is.
like you see how Jay-Z had his run with he
had
had
Sean John. No, it was,
Sean John's P
Rockaware.
Diddy. Yeah,
Rockaware.
Rockaware.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rockaware. They went crazy. They all in
Yeah.
Macy, JCPenney, dealers. They
Yeah, they went crazy with that.
That's the type of vibe
dope.
I want with mine.
That's dope.
For
now
sure.
It's 2025. You know, you've been killing shit. You've been putting shit out. What can we expect from the OG Litty, man? What can we expect, man, in 2025, man?
Okay, so I'm about to drop this song called "Let's Go," produced by my homie Bird.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then after that, we got a couple more songs we're gonna drop. And then for my birthday, I'm gonna drop my my album.
You gonna drop
And it's
that
gonna be
album.
Litty versus Wayne. It's gonna be two sides.
You gonna hit
And
him
Liddy's
on the-
Liddy's more like, you know, your club and your riding your car type songs.
Okay.
And then Wayne is like more pain and females.
You gonna give him two sides of it.
Yeah.
Okay then. So you heard what he said, man. When this album drop on his birthday, man, he gonna give you two sides of this shit. He ain't gonna just give you the Litty side. He gonna give you the Wayne side too, man. That's dope, man. So y'all need to tune in, man. And when that album drop, man, y'all know what to fucking do, man. Go stream, go do whatever the fuck you got to do to go get that motherfucker, man. Because the album is coming, man. Now, I ask, you know, I be having my little questions, right?
Go ahead.
When the artists pop up on me, you know what I'm saying? So I try to keep my shit tight. You know what I mean? So where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? This is the question of the day, man. Why being a talented artist isn't enough to be pushed into the mainstream? Is talent enough these days to get you in the mainstream? And why not if you don't agree with it?
Is talent enough? No.
And why?
Why? Because this is a business. So what businesses in the world you know you're going to start and you ain't going to invest in it before you start seeing a return on it?
Preach. Preach.
It's a business.
It's
You
a
want
business.
these people to pay you all this much money for these shows. You want these endorsements. You want all this. That is business.
Business.
So you have to understand.
Key word, man. Business, man.
You have to understand that
You
talent
can be
is
the
a
most
percentage
talented
of it.
person in the world. That shit don't mean nothing, man.
If you don't understand the business.
Man, he just dropped the jewel on you again, man. That is the word of the day.
You know what they call out? Never
Business.
coming out records.
Could have been.
Oh, yeah, could have been.
Could have been.
Shout out
Yeah,
to Drewski. Man.
Yeah,
Coulda
shout out
been.
to my dog Drewski, man. Could have been records, man. So, you know, you could have been a rapper, you know, if you did it the right way. But you know, you have a lot of things popping, you know what I'm saying? You got your brand, you got your music. What is the most important thing that you feel like you need to accomplish at this point in your life?
Right now?
Right now.
Just staying focused, man. Don't get distracted or discouraged. It's gonna be bumps in the road. You're not gonna agree with everybody you do business with. Put more points on the board. You know what I mean? Got a couple features on the way. Not gonna drop no names.
Don't do it to him yet.
And that's it. You know what I mean? Definitely gonna bring home some plats too.
Okay.
I mean, those accomplishments I want to do.
Okay. Time to dress the wall up. Put them plaques up. Show them numbers. Yeah, so you know I'm new to Atlanta. You know what I mean? I call you, boom, Litty. Hey man, I'm on the flight, man. The flight land at 3. I'm hungry. Where we going?
3 p.m.
Where we going?
What day?
Friday.
Friday. On a Friday at 3 p.m.
I'm
right
hungry.
now, and you hungry, and you just want food, or you want to vibe too?
I want a vibe too. I want a little food, somewhere I can relax. You know what I mean? Let's if they got music,
You want to be able to smoke.
There you go.
See, I'm
There
going.
you
I'm
go.
asking for real. You know what I mean? I'm a real chaperone.
There
So
we- there
now I'm
we-
gonna ask you real questions. You know, I ain't just gonna throw some out there. Do you want to be able to smoke your eye, or do you?
Gotta be able to hit it. You know what I mean?
You gotta be able to hit his eye. All right, cool. So I'm gonna give you multiple options. I ain't just gonna knock one business.
Okay.
You got Copper Cove. If you want to be with the who's who.
Okay, Copper Cole.
Cool. If you want to be chill in the cut, you
Yeah.
can go to Wheezy's. Wheezy's a
Wheezy's.
nice spot. It's like a hidden gem. I'm gonna shout them out.
I gotta get hit.
Wheezy's. I ain't
Y'all
gonna
gotta
lie. I'm
get
gonna shout
hit,
them
man.
out.
Okay.
And if you want a little bit of more versatile, a little bit of both, but still, you know, not too many. Taranga. Taranga's a good vibe too.
I heard of them. I ain't never been there.
Yeah, Taranga's a good vibe.
Word.
And all of them are in the Buckhead area. So
Okay. So if y'all ever out and y'all need a spot, he just gave you 3 of them. Go see what's popping, man. You know, I've been around. I can't talk too much, but you know, yeah. Go check that out, man. And yeah, check my boy out, man. When y'all see him, you know what's going on, man. It's Litty, man. It's a Litty situation, man. Go follow, like, subscribe. You know, tap in, stream his music, all that good shit, man. Hey, even look, hold on, man. I can't forget the merch, bro. Listen, man.
definitely.
Look, official, nigga. Official. Ever since 1993, man. Y'all need to go tap in. Stop playing, man.
no, most definitely, man.
Stop playing, man. Yeah. So let the folks know where they can find you at, my dog, when they need to tap in with you.
Okay, so on all social media platforms as well as YouTube, it's at GOATLITTY, GOATLITTY.
Okay,
At Go Litty, man. I'm on all social media platforms. My main one that I use is Instagram and YouTube and TikTok. So if you trying to get in touch with me, those are the main 3. But yeah, we definitely here. Oh, all my music on all platforms for sure. You ain't
All
gotta
of
do.
them.
You hear my song in any establishment, you can Shazam it. It's gonna pop right up.
It's right there.
Unless it's Let's Go, because Let's Go. A couple of my DJ friends in the city.
Okay.
Once I had premiered that on my page the other day, they hit me like, man, send that. So they've been playing that when I walk
Send
in the
that.
clubs.
Yeah.
and stuff. So that went on the way though. We about to drop that in like the next 2-3 weeks. Let's go.
Oh, so
Next
y'all
single.
y'all can be looking for that, man. Let's go. It's going down. So y'all tune in, man. Hey, man, this is the Purple Shell. Hold on. First of all, this is not his first time dealing with the Purple Shell. I want y'all to know that. He is an official member of the Purple Shell, man. Big Litty, nigga, asked about him. It's going down, man. This is the livest motherfucking platform in Atlanta, man. I'm your livest motherfucking host, man. They call me Big 2. You can follow me on Instagram at BIG_2RNMG. Yeah. Hey, Litty, man, I appreciate you, my dog, for come popping on. Hey, and this shit real, y'all. Stop playing with my dog, man. You know. And this shit real, man. Big clusters, man. You know check the scoreboard, nigga. Man. Yeah, check the scoreboard, nigga. Hey, yeah, this is the Purple Shell, man, the livest platform in the world, man. We out of here.
Let's do it.
The Purple Shell.
Appreciate it.